Hey, what up, y'all? I got an audition, you know what I'm saying? It's called Casting Call. And they work with young men all the way up to old men. But on the audition, my age range was from 13 and up. And that was good. I liked that. I appreciated that. But look, man, I remembered a little bit of what that script was, but I'm an artist. So I can artist artistically like I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, they're trying to get cat, we say cat, we say, we got a Kit Kat. Oh, damn, I knew that was gonna happen. Can't happen. Kit Kat, we say Kit Kat, we say, grab a Kit Kat. If you gonna get that. Infinite time, infinite space, we need anything to find right in your face. Kit Kat is good, but ingredients the flavor and the chocolate. The flavor and the chocolate. Kit Kat, we say Kit Kat, we say, got a Kit Kat. If you with it, you're gonna get that. Every time, every space, you need 3 million pounds right in your face. I Kit Kat legit, underneath is the flavor and the chocolate. The flavor and the chocolate. I love y'all. Gonna grab a Kit Kat. We love that. We love all. I'm in motion right now. All my ideas kicking. Kit Kat, break it off, have a break, eat a Kit Kat. You know what I'm saying? That's the slogan right now. New slogan. Take your time with it. It's legit. Alright. I prepared it. I put it in the freezer. The ones that was in the freezer, put it in the freezer, is 1 and 10. They better. They were in the freezer. Basically, is what I'm saying. So look, I got 2 that I didn't put in the freezer. I get chocolate on my hands. But I'm having chocolate on my hands. It's gonna get my nails and all that. So I can't do that one. But if you were doing it right, my takes, yeah, we can do that right here. It's the Kit Kat. Oh God, Kit Kat. And look, this one moist. Kit Kat. Kit Kat. That's me. Y'all might consider that darkness, but it ain't dark. That's how it works. That's how my voice sounds. I sound like this. I can sound like that. And I can sound like this. And I can be king of the Zanga. Mabute, Danu. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. But Malik, this for you. Your memory is good. I did a checkup right now. You doing good, Malik. You outstanding. Improving yourself, being a better man, learning to be a better father, to a high age. I like that backwards. Oh no. But I did. We say, grab a Kit Kat. If you with it, you're gonna get that. Infinite time, infinite space, so you need 3 million pounds right in your face. I'm Kit Kat legit. The ingredients, the wafer and the chocolate. The wafer and the chocolate. I love y'all. Go grab a Kit Kat. We love that. We love all. How you doing, brother? How you doing? My name is Malik Devontae Phillips, and it's an honor to be on this call with you right now. No sound. Oh, man. Can you hear me? You got your sound off, man. Madam. Read my lips challenge. Oh.
Your child's name on your Zoom account. I see a lot of you are going by iPhone, iPad, Zoom user, the parent name, email addresses, phone numbers. So guys, you must have your child's name on your Zoom account, or we're not going to be able to call them when it is their turn. So guys, go ahead and get that done. If you are siblings and you are auditioning together today, please make sure to use one Zoom account only. Don't open up several accounts. It's just going to get us extremely confused. So just one Zoom account. Go ahead and type out both of the kids' name on that Zoom account, both meaning 2 kids per family, not 3, not 4, not 5. Don't forget to put an and or a comma between both names so that it doesn't look like one long name. You want to make sure that your videos remain on throughout the whole process. If we cannot see you, obviously, we will have to delete you. We don't want to stare at your ceiling fans, walls, inside of your car, your backyard. We want to make sure that we're looking at your pretty faces throughout this whole process.
Much love for that,
If you are wearing headphones, you want to make sure to remove those as well so that both parent and child, again, can hear what's going on. I'm saying that again because I see a lot of people with headphones on, so let's get those off. And any type of virtual backgrounds, fake backgrounds, anything like that, go ahead and remove those as well. They do have a tendency to distort your faces, and obviously we wouldn't want to do that to your pretty faces, right?
Nah.
So go ahead and remove those. Now, kids, if you are under the age of 20, so that includes my 18 and my 19-year parent must physically be there with you. So what that means is that we actually have people that are going through every single one of your accounts individually. If we do not physically see a parent in your video visible throughout this whole process, unfortunately, we are going to have to remove you from the group. So parents, this is not just a matter of you being here for 5 minutes and then taking off to the kitchen thinking we're not going to notice. We will notice. So what I'm going to suggest you do, go ahead and grab a chair, make yourselves comfortable. You're going to be here for a while. Now, for those of you over the age of 20, obviously you can be here on your own. Go ahead and type out your age right next to your name. That way we do not remove you thinking that you're 15 when you're really 25. Now, for the parents and our young adults, you are going to be filling out an application for yourselves or for your kids towards the end of this. And to avoid wasting any time, I'm going to suggest you go ahead and grab your cell phones or iPads, have those handy right next to you. That way, when we tell you it's time to fill out those applications, that you are ready to get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this one more time, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. I can see we've just had some new people join us. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Super, super excited to meet with you. Please make sure that your computers, iPads, iPhones, whatever it is you're using today, please make sure everything remains muted at all times. I am going to kindly ask the parents, please go ahead and type out your child's name on your Zoom account. I see a lot of you are still going by iPad, iPhone, Zoom user, the parent name, email addresses, and phone numbers. So go ahead and type out your child's name on your Zoom account so that we're able to call them when it is their turn. If you are siblings and you are auditioning together today, please make sure to use one Zoom account only. Don't open up several accounts. It's just going to get us extremely confused. So just one Zoom account. go ahead and type out both of the kids' name on that Zoom account, both meaning 2 kids per family, not 3, not 4, not 5. Don't forget to put an and or a comma between both names so that it doesn't look like one long name. You want to make sure that your videos remain on throughout the whole process. If we cannot see you, obviously we will have to delete you. We don't want to stare at ceiling fans, walls, inside of your car, your backyard. We want to make sure that we're looking at your pretty faces throughout this whole process. If you are using any type of virtual backgrounds, fake backgrounds, blurred backgrounds, anything like that, go ahead and remove those. They do have a tendency to distort your faces, and obviously we wouldn't want that. Now, kids, if you are under the age of 20, yes, that includes my 18 and 19-year-olds, a parent must physically be there with you. So what that means is that we actually have people that are going through every single one of your videos individually. We do not physically see a parent right next to you, visible in your video. So I see a lot of kids with no parents. Unfortunately, we will have to remove you from the group. So parents, this is not just a matter of you being here for 5 minutes and then taking off to the kitchen, thinking we're not going to notice. We will notice. So what I'm going to suggest you do, go ahead and grab a chair, make yourselves comfortable and visible. You're going to be here for a while. Now, for those of you over the age of 20, obviously you can be here on your own. Go ahead and type out your age right next to your name. That way we do not remove you thinking you're 15 when you're really 25. Now, for the kids, for the parents, and for our young adults, you are going to be filling out an application towards the end of this. And to avoid wasting any time, I'm going to suggest you go ahead and grab your cell phones or iPads, have those handy right next to you. That way, when we tell you it's time to fill out those applications, that you are ready to get it done. Mr. Chris, Mr. Ryan, and Miss Jeanette, are we expecting anyone else here today?
Hi, Miss Gloria. We are all set.
You look good.
Awesome. So, Mr. Chris, we're having a really hard time hearing you. So something is a little off with your connection, but I understood that you said we're all set. So, guys, welcome. Super excited to be here. Who's excited to be here today? Let me see those hands.
Hey, I'm excited.
Wonderful. My name is Gloria. I'm one of the international talent directors. I am based out of Los Angeles. It is currently 4:08 p.m. in sunny Los Angeles, and super excited to be here. So what does an international talent director do? In normal circumstances, meaning before COVID, we were usually on a flight 3 to 4 times a week, traveling the world looking for new faces and new talent. In normal circumstances, we should have been there with you physically. Now, as you all know, a little over 2.5 years ago in March, the whole world changed. Our industry took quite a hit as well. At first, all of our flights got canceled, hotels got canceled, big venues for auditions got canceled, everything got canceled. So Zoom kind of became the next best thing. And I think for everybody across the board, for the exception that in our industry, Zoom is actually here to officially stay for good. Now, on average, when we did get to travel, we got to see about 1,600 kids a weekend. Got that done in a day or no. It's taken us just a little longer. It's literally taken us about a week and a half to see as many people. Now, there is a bright side to this. Today's Tuesday, and we're pretty excited. Nobody gets excited on a Tuesday, but we do.
Oh, why? God, we get excited
because
on Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
The last day of auditions in the specific typecast that we are looking for. So we've been at this for 10 days. Today's day 10, and we are finally done. So we're very excited. Now, guys, this is a good thing for you as well. Why? Because you guys today have that possibility to make that lasting impression. We're going to remember you more. It's just human nature versus somebody that we've met with yesterday or this morning or 10 days ago or a week ago. So, guys, make this the best 50 seconds of your life. Another good thing, unlike everybody else, you're not... Exciting, right? Tonight you're going to find out out if you made it through to the next round or not. The not so good thing, unfortunately, unlike everybody else, you guys don't get a week or 2 days or even 24 hours to figure this out. You have till tonight. You could have had a week, you could have had 10 days or even 2 days if you met with us last week. You chose to be here today, and I understand, guys, work, the kids are back in school. I totally understand. Most important is that you are actually here today, but you're not going to get that time. So what I'm going to suggest you do, guys, when we're done here today, don't just log out and go on about your lives. Have a sit down as a family. Talk to your kids, talk to your family. Make sure this is something you're serious about. Chris, Ryan, Jeanette, and myself, we have a really tough job to do today. We are changing somebody's life potentially. One of you here today is getting that phone call. Parents, why are you here today? Why are your kids here today? Did you push them to be here today, or did they beg you to be here today? That makes such a huge difference. Again, guys, we don't have an easy job. To be honest with you, we would love to work with every single one of you. You all look amazing. Unfortunately, we just can't do that. We've got to make some career decisions and life decisions for some of you here today. You guys can make it easier on us if you can show us today just how passionate you are. Can you guys do that for us?
Yeah.
Let me see those hands, because I'm not convinced right now. Is that a yes? Awesome. So with that being said, guys, I usually like to start things off with something exciting. And I have a special guest with us here today. I know a lot of you are probably going to recognize him. He's super, super cute. He's super funny. He's super, super talented. He's got a lot of energy. A lot of you are probably going to recognize him from shows like Hannah Montana, iCarly, Sweet Life on Deck. A little more recent shows like This Is Us and All American, which is currently on Netflix. He's also a major recording artist with Disney, and he's done so much more. But I think he's better off talking about himself instead of me doing it for him, right, guys? So with no further ado, since you can't clap or scream because we have totally muted you, go ahead and give a huge, huge wave, because he can see every single one of you, to Larry Van Buren Jr.
Hello, hi.
What's up, fam?
Hello, what's up? How you doing?
Doing good. We love you too, family.
Thank you for that love, but listen, we are going to need a lot of energy today, and I am here to hype y'all up. So have some fun real quick. If you can hear me, if you can see me, if you are excited
We see you.
Go ahead and strike a pose with me. Pose. I got the peace signs. Oh, I got
Rolling the peace signs.
Yeah, I'm too cool.
Okay.
Welcome. My name is Larry Van Buren Jr. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Working actor, surviving in this thing we call showbiz for 16 years now. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, right? I'm looking at my screen right now. That's older than some of you guys are. Your parents are looking like, no way he's that old. Guys, listen, I'm actually 26 years old, but I started out in this industry as a child actor, which is what a lot of you guys are trying to become here today. So you guys have seen the old things, maybe like she said, iCarly, Hannah Montana, Sweet Life on Deck, Team Kaylee, Seaside Miami, newer things like All American, new season of All My Block, Carol Second Act, This Is Us. I've done lunchbook commercials, Nike. Guys, I am not here to brag and do all that. No. What I do is I want to tell you guys how I actually decided
Spread your history.
After how I decided to get on this journey, maybe you guys can relate to me. So I grew up in a pretty small town called Toledo, Ohio, where at the age of 8 and 9, I was doing a lot of different activities, probably like you guys. And one day, I'm finally taking a breather. I'm sitting down on the couch, I'm eating a delicious Pop-Tart. I'm watching Disney Channel, and I'm like,
you want to go to South? I can get you there. The conference will be nice.
Mom, I think I can do that. I think I want to be an actor. I think I can be on TV. Literally, that's exactly how it happened. Look, I see some people like, yeah, my kid did the same thing. That's how it all happens, guys. Next thing you know, we're doing this thing, trying to find talents, guys. We're trying hard to find agents. Listen, you guys are on a great path when it comes to casting call. I am not just saying that. This is a great way to really expedite the process and get real exposure and connections in this industry. But speaking of opportunities you have, let me tell you guys why I'm actually on your screen right now while you're listening to me talk. For those of you who do amazing today on your audition, if you absolutely rock your callback and are chosen, you will get the chance to have an acting workshop, an acting class with the Larry Van Buren Jr. Guys, that is me. Yes, I am so excited about this. I get to walk you guys into this, give you my own tips and techniques when it comes to acting. Parents, I'm out some advice for you guys too. It's gonna be a great time. I promise you. Right now,
Good looking, family. I love you. I love you, family. That's what's up, Kat.
Can I get a drum roll from everybody, please? The audition! Yes! Now I'm seeing some more reactions. Yeah. Raise your hand if this is your first time ever doing an audition, ever acting, ever being on Zoom, ever being right here with your parent. Okay, good. Let me give you guys something. It doesn't matter if this is your first audition or your 100th audition. We're all going to learn something together today, okay? But first, let me break this down, how it's going to go for you guys in a little bit. In a little moment, you guys are all going to get split up into your own separate audition Zoom rooms. In these Zoom rooms, you guys are going to get met by a talent scout. These talent scouts, listen, are going to be dressed up, looking real professional, business-like. Here's a secret. They're only dressed like this because they have to be, okay? It's their job. They get paid to look good, all right? Don't be scared. They wish they could be in sweatpants and sweatshirts. You are going to get 50 to 60 seconds to absolutely blow their mind with that commercial we've been working on all week, right? Yeah. Let me get some nods. We've been practicing. We've been working. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. This is what I want to do.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I want to give you guys just a few tips to make sure everyone does good today. Because I've done some auditioning in my lifetime. So listen up. Tip number 1. I'll be honest one more time. Raise your hand if you are just a little bit nervous. Anybody get the uppercuts, the butterflies? Okay. I like the honesty. Let me give you another secret. Nerves are normal. You hear me?
God,
if you're nervous, it means you're excited to go out there and kill it. It means you can't wait to do a great job. I want you all to do this right now. Breathe in and breathe out. Look at all those nerves going away. Yes, turn that into good energy. No need to be scared because we are all rooting for you. Seriously, I want you to do a great job. Your mom and dad want you to do a great job. Like Miss Gloria said, they wish they could work with all of you guys. Seriously, they want you to be a star. Go out there and shine right
You're
here.
a blessing,
Guys, that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, confidence is key. Confidence has a smelly smell that can be smelled a mile away, but it smells like fresh apple pie, fresh cheesecake. Everybody wants it and they love it. What is confidence? Everyone say this out loud with me. Confidence is saying, I am amazing. I am going to have an amazing performance.
I'm going to have an amazing performance. It's going to be outstanding. I came with my own creation.
Believe that when you act upon that, it comes true, and we believe it too. I promise you. Pay attention to that. Number 3, last one to out of you. One more time again, raise your hand if you are completely memorized off book, as we like to say in the showbiz. We got some hands up. If your hand is not raised, skip, go get that script, start studying right now. Being memorized, you guys, is how we show we are professional. Last secret of the day, though. These monologues, these commercials you guys have, these talent scouts have heard these plenty of times. Okay, this is the first, second, third, or 15th time doing this. And now look, I got Alicia looking at me like, what in the world? Why would you give me this thing? Is this some type of trick? Calm down. This is what we do to see if you're really good or not. We give you something we've heard 1 billion times to see how you're really going to blow our minds today. So how are you going to blow them away? Everyone coming closely. With your personality! That's by being you! They are looking for something different, and that's you. That's your smile, your laugh, your energy, that thing that makes everyone go. They are looking for that thing that makes your mom go, oh my gosh, Nathan, my baby is such a star. That is what they want today, you guys. Don't come all this way to shine, quiet. No. This is your moment. Take full advantage of it because it could be a life-changing year. All right, good luck, everyone. Thank you for listening. Hope you guys have a good audition. See you soon. Thanks, Larry. Bye. Take care.
All right, guys. So who would like to work with him in a few days? Let me see those hands.
Hey, LA.
And I literally mean in a few days, like the day after tomorrow, in a few days.
Hey.
And don't worry, parents, after school, So again, let me see who'd like to work with him.
Hey,
Awesome. So guys,
I'm trying to work with. We in LA together. That's good.
And
We
I
get
have
something
the
going.
best time ever. So guys, with that being said, before I was just notified by our office here that a lot of you do not have your parents or your cameras are not on. So I'm going to repeat that just one more time. You must have your cameras on. Your parents must be visible. Even if you're 18, 19, you must have a parent there, guys, okay? And if you're over 20, go ahead and type out your ages right next to your name. All right? So guys, before we actually get started, I want to introduce everyone. I obviously didn't come here by myself today. I brought my team here with me, so I am going to go ahead and introduce them. Working out of our...
Can we say Kat, can we say? Grab a Kit Kat. This is you don't get that. Ready to design infinite space, so need 3 million to buy right in your face. That's Kit Kat legit. The is the wafer and the chocolate. The wafer and the chocolate.
Relationships with industry professionals,
Kit Kat, can we say Kit Kat, can we say? Grab a Kit Kat. If you really gonna get that. Infinite time, infinite space, with any 3 million to find, right in the face. Kit Kat legit. Dirty Diddy is the wafer and the chocolate. The wafer and the chocolate.
She's definitely a stickler though when it comes to time management, time commitment, and education. You will definitely be in fantastic hands. Go ahead and give Jeanette a huge wave so she can see you. And then also working, they're working hard. He's also working straight out of our corporate office in Chicago. Everybody give a huge wave to Mr. Ryan.
Kit Kat, can we say can we say? Grab a Kit Kat. If you with it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space, you need 3 million to buy, grab your face.
Now, Ryan has been in this industry.
Kit Kat legit. The beauty is the wafer and the chocolate. The wafer and the chocolate. Kit Kat, can we say can we say? Grab a Kit Kat. If you with it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space, you need 3 million to buy, grab your face. Kit Kat legit. The beauty is the wafer and the chocolate. The wafer and the chocolate.
Out of the Chicago area. So a lot of his earlier success stories have appeared and actually still currently appear on shows like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, shows like Star, Empire, Power. Anybody watch any of those shows? I do too. And after that, he decided to kind of change it up a little bit and started scouting on both a national and international level. So obviously, everything kind of shifted from then on. What I've done what I did with Jeanette. I actually pulled up, you can see I'm not looking at my camera. I've just pulled up 3 stories also for Ryan. These are about 2 or 3 weeks old. He's discovered, for example, Kat Gonzalez, who just has a brand new music video out called Hey Cutie. Naya Perkin, who we just got booked on a movie called Sweet Autumn, which is currently on Hallmark. Animesh Shawan, he actually got him to walk at New York Fashion Week, and he received a Rising Star Award from Miss Universe. Annabella Lonti just got her first film credit thanks to Ryan. Ayoda Olusegun just got signed by MAG, which has success stories on shows like Raven's Home, That's So Raven, and so on and so forth.
That's so Raven.
Now, Ryan has discovered his teens and young adults that are currently placed with agents that submit to networks like Disney, Nickelodeon, CW, ABC Family, every reality network and streaming services you can think of, same as Miss Jeanette. So for those of you meeting with Ryan today, he as well is definitely a stickler when it comes to time management, time commitment, and education. He's got an amazing eye for talent. You will definitely be in fantastic hands as well. Go ahead and give Ryan a huge, huge wave again so he can see you.
Yeah.
From Austin, Texas, we have Mr. Chris. Everybody say hello to Mr. Chris.
Hello, everyone. Hi, kids. Good luck today.
So Chris is also one of our international talent directors, and he too travels across the U.S. and abroad looking for new faces and new talent. He as well currently has kids, teens, and young adults that are working on hit TV shows, movies, commercials, and walking the runways across the world. Now, Chris is a dad, and he's got an adorable little boy. Well, he's not a little boy anymore. He's 8.5 years old, who's actually involved in this industry as well. He absolutely loves it. He's maintaining fantastic grades. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is for those of you meeting with Chris today, especially you, what it's going to take to get the kids ready, and how to be, the best parent you can be, and to guide your child in the best direction possible. He can definitely help you with that. He's been extremely successful with his own son. Now, Chris has been in this industry for the past decade. He too has success stories all across the board. I'm going to do the same with him that I've done with Ryan and Jeanette. I've just pulled up success stories from the past couple weeks. So he discovered, for example, Miss Minnie Hughes, who's currently on Abbott Elementary. Anyone watching that show? Awesome show. He also discovered Alana De La Paz and Adrian Humphreys, who he got signed with Artist Media Group. Freya Green was currently on a Netflix animated movie. Giovanni Chambers booked a lead role on an animated movie on Netflix, and Alana Montag all got them signed by Heinz and Hunt, Dominique Larch, Madeline Decker, and Sabine Claycomb, who just got signed by MMG. And then all three of them, Jeanette, Chris, and Ryan, all discovered London McCarty, who got signed by DDO. Now, for those of you who don't know who all of these agencies are that Chris has worked with, as well as Ryan and Jeanette, these are all agencies that submit to networks like Disney, Nickelodeon, CW, ABC Family, every streaming services you can think of, every reality network you can think of. Now, for those of you meeting with Chris today, he too is definitely a stickler when it comes to time management, time commitment, and education. You'll definitely be in fantastic hands. Go ahead and give Chris a huge, huge wave as well so he can see you. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, let's everyone to focus with me, and probably more so your group. You're one of the last groups that we're seeing. We're actually auditioning another group as I'm speaking with you. And I want to make sure that we really focus, because unlike everybody else, a phone call tonight or tomorrow. And I want to make sure that you know exactly what's going on. So grab your coffees, grab your Red Bulls. Parents, everyone ready? Everyone with me? Let's do this. So guys, you're here today for an audition or interview, whatever you want to call it. There are 4 different outcomes that can come of this today. And I say 4 different outcomes. Why? Because everybody's really different, right? Possibility number 1. If we feel after auditioning you today that you've got that talent, but you need some work, you need some development, then in that case, we'll work with you for the next 5 weeks. Once those 5 weeks are completed, we will set up an interview for you to be able to audition for an actual agent. And if that agent has an interest in you, then this would lead to possible representation. And that is called the competitive program. Possibility number 2. If we feel after auditioning you today that you've got that raw talent and all you really need is just a little bit of fine-tuning, and that's because you've already taken acting classes, singing classes, dancing classes, you're in the church choir, you've done community theater, you speak multiple languages, you play instruments.
Much love.
And in that case, same process. We'll go ahead and fine-tune you for the next 5 weeks. Once those 5 weeks are completed, we will set up multiple interviews for you to be able to audition for multiple agencies. And if those agencies are interested in you, of course, it would lead to possible representation. But on top of that, since you already have some kind of experience, we are actually comfortable with you being able to start submitting yourselves immediately to agents, managers, and jobs nationwide through our platform. We will then talk about that option. That is called the career program. Now guys, hear me out so that there's no mix-up with what I'm about to bring up. Those two options only, the competitives and or the career program, those are the only two programs that are done from home. You're not going anywhere, you're not coming to LA or Miami or New York. They are done from home, which is actually a beautiful thing because you couldn't even do that pre-COVID, but you can do job interviews on Zoom now for a TV show. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Let's
it
now
is.
talk about
And Banner Lab did accept to that, and I want everybody to know that. Good looking.
If
Much
you
love.
are that kid, and when I'm talking about kids,
King of the
I'm throwing in my adults as well. I could be your grandmother for most of you here today, so I'm going to call everybody kids. It'll make my life easier. All right, guys? So if you are that kid who's wanted to do this since you could talk, you're that kid that would go through your parents' closet and pull out their clothes, their shoes, their mom's makeup. You're the kid who's constantly singing and dancing in the house. You're imitating absolutely everything that you see on TV. You constantly have to be the center of attention. Spotlight has to be on you. Everything always has to be about you. And then the next minute, you're that kid that wants to lock themselves up in their room. You don't want to speak to anyone. You don't want to see anyone. You want to watch sad movies and write poetry or whatever it is that you do.
Oh, that's your favorite movie.
You're really, really good in subjects like English and social studies. And it's a little tougher when it comes to subjects like math and science. Let me see your hands if any of that describes any of you here today. Where are you? Those are my artists right there. There's a bunch of you.
Artists.
If you are absolutely fearless, meaning you're not afraid to perform in front of thousands of people that you've never met in your life, cameras in your face, lights in your face, people watching you, judging you, and you are totally comfortable with that. You're comfortable having one-on-one, face-to-face, in-person interviews with up to 100 agents and managers from all over the world, knowing perfectly well that 1 minute interview could totally change your life. And that can be nerve-wracking, but you're okay with that. You're comfortable having conversations with celebrities. I'm not going to get a phone call saying, hey, Gloria, you know your client, Marley Clerk? Well, guess what? She just pulled out her cell phone, took a picture of a celebrity without asking for their permission. Because obviously that would be a no-no. And I'm just picking on you, Marley. If this is your dream, you want to save money for college, a first home, a first car, or you just simply want to do this for what I call the right reasons, like self-esteem, self-confidence, public speaking, interviewing skills, dressing for success, all of these things that they unfortunately don't teach you at school anymore. Parents, young adults, take a moment, look around you in the Zoom room. Take a quick look. You see all these kids, teens, young adults? You may not know it right this second, but guess what? Miss Alice Silva, for example, she could be a future judge. Dominique Romero could be a surgeon. Manuel Marquez, an engineer. Alicia Barnes, a nurse. Ashley Gal, the president. You could be actors, models, singers, dancers. These are skills you are going to need no matter what. They're what we call life skills. But again, at the end of the day, this does have to be a passion. Now, if we feel that you are that kid, teen, or young adult, fearless, not afraid to be in front of thousands of people that you've never met in your life, cameras in your face, lights in your face, up to 100 agents and managers watching you, judging you, celebrities sitting front row, watching you, judging you, then we will refer you over to the IPOP portion of this. Now, I'm sure you all know what IPOP is, or you wouldn't even be here today. Is that right? Who's heard of IPOP? Let me just see some hands.
iPod.
Oh, wow, a lot of you have.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
wow, wonderful.
Yeah,
Awesome.
of course.
So for those of you who have not heard of IPOP, it looks like it's very few of
Oh,
you.
iPop. No,
Welcome
never
to
heard
the
of it.
entertainment industry. For those of you who have heard of us, obviously, welcome back. IPOP stands for the International Presentation of Performers. Maybe that rings a bell. It takes place twice a year, in summer and in winter. Now, what does that mean to you guys here today? If we feel that you are ready for something like that, you're going to have to be available to pack your bags and arrive in Los Angeles January 3rd of 2023. You're going to have to be available until January 7th, included, of 2023. Parents, if your kids are under the age of 18, obviously, either one of you or both of you will have to go with the child. The event will take place at the Anaheim Marriott. Yep, right across the street from Disneyland. Who's been to Disneyland before?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Who wants to come to Disneyland or come back to Disneyland? You're not going to be able to go. I'm so sorry. You'll be able to see it from the windows, though. You're not going to have time. So if you want to go to Disneyland, you're going to have to stay a few days later. So between January 3rd through the 7th, you can wave at Disneyland from your windows, but that's about it. So again, guys, make sure you keep those dates in mind. That is a question that we will be asking you at some point, parents or young adults, to make sure of your availability. And again, if the kids are under 18,
what up, fans?
Either one or
Family,
both parents must
people,
go with.
I love y'all.
As most
It's
of you
audition
know,
time.
IPOP has been around for 20 years. We just celebrated our 20th year.
Cat. Can we say? Got me Kit Kat. With it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space. You need 3 million to buy 'em right in your face. Kit Kat legit. Literally, the chocolate. And the chocolate.
So Olivia Holmes, one of our success stories, she started off with us when she was super young. She actually maintained straight A's throughout the whole process.
I say Y'all say got a Kit Kat. If you with it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space. You need 3 million to buy right in your face. Kit Kat legit. No need is a baby and a chocolate. And the chocolate.
This young man in the Midwest, and he probably had one of the most supportive families. I kid you not. We nearly got an opportunity.
Kit Kat. I say Can I say got a Kit Kat. If you with it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space. You need 3 million to buy right in your face. Kit Kat legit. The ingredients are wafer and the chocolate. And the chocolate.
He went on to do Twilight. He played the role of Jacob on Twilight. His name is Taylor Lautner. He's actually not the only one we discovered from Twilight. It all kind of happened under
Kit Kat. Can I say Kit Kat? Can I say got a Kit Kat. If you with it, go and get that. Infinite time, infinite space. You need 3 million to buy right in your face.
just watched the last season.
Kit Kat legit. It is a wafer and the chocolate. And the chocolate.
A lot of people. So we have a young lady by the name of Madeline Pesh. She plays the role of Cheryl Blossom on the show, the girl with the bright red hair, the super snobby character. So just so you guys know, in real life, a total sweetheart. I know it's hard to believe with the character that she plays. She's absolutely wonderful, gives back to her community. Super proud of her as well. And I'm going to bring up one more because I can see some of the parents are looking at me like, I have no idea who you're talking about. We actually, she attended IPOP in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. And her name is Miss Ariana Grande. Who knows her? We all know her, right? Awesome. And the list goes on, guys. We have discovered and worked with hundreds and hundreds of success stories. Now, they had to work extremely hard to get there. They had to persevere. They had to be determined. And they had to deal with rejection. Which brings me to final possibility number 4, or rejection. So guys, unfortunately, we cannot and we will not work with everybody. If today's not the day, that's okay. It's not the day. I did have a parent ask us a little earlier on, I don't remember if it was today or yesterday, how many kids are you seeing today? How many kids are you going to work with? So again, it's not just today. We started this 10 days ago. We've been doing this every day for 10 days. Today's our last day. When our day ends today, we would have seen a grand total, all 10 days combined. I'm going to say, I don't have an exact number right now, it'll be anywhere between 1,400 to 1,600 applicants. That's a great number. If we just end up working with 2, we are super excited. So that's what we're looking at today. If we decide not to work with you today, it is nothing personal. Parents, yes, you, parents, I'm going to speak to you for a minute. Let's refrain from sending us the nasty text messages and emails and voicemails because we chose not to work with your child today. Let's not do that. Let's not burn our bridges. As I said, not today, that's okay. We'll try back in a year or 2, right? Some parents can get extremely creative, I'll use that word, and not in a very nice way. Please do not think for one moment that these messages affect us in any way. They do not. We print out the nastiest one. The whole office has a good laugh for 30 seconds. We trash it.
Much love for the
on with
blessing.
our lives. Let's not do
Love your
this.
language, your love.
Let's remember, this is about the kids today. This is not about what you could have, should have, would have, and didn't do. And this is certainly not about us either, by the way. Same applies to us. This is about the kids today. So no matter the outcome, let's make sure this remains a positive experience for everyone. Everyone okay with that? You know I can see you all right.
I gotta learn to listen right.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about your audition today. That may be important, right? Your audition today, guys, will last about 50 seconds each. That's it. So how do we know if you're any good in 50 seconds? Well, we're going to be looking at certain key elements. I'm sure you've noticed that most of the time I have not been looking right into my camera. I've been looking a little left, a little right, so there's a lot going on my end. I probably look a little crazy right now. I've got 3 cell phones going on. I have a split screen, you guys on one side, incoming notes on the other that I have to respond to, and I'm talking to you guys at the same time. It is extremely stressing, but there's a reason for that. So guys, remember how I told you when you first logged in that I said that we have people that are going through every single one of your accounts individually to make sure a parent was there?
Thank you. Oh, very diligent. I appreciate that.
Through every single one of your accounts individually, you're taking notes. What are you wearing today? How's your poise and posture? Do you look excited? Do you look confident? As I'm saying that, everyone's kind of sitting up. So they're paying attention to every single detail. Right now, I'm getting feedback on some of you here already. I have to tell you guys, with what I'm seeing right now, I am a little concerned. Now, I do understand this is Zoom. Trust me, I understand. It's weird. You're auditioning from home. It doesn't seem like a real audition. And then for the kids, your parents are right next to you. Awkward. I understand. Now, if COVID had not been around, do you guys think this would be happening right now? It would not. You'd have had to fly into Los Angeles yesterday, and you would be standing in line since probably 3 o'clock this morning. You would probably still be in line with thousands and thousands of other kids waiting for your turn. And you'll be lucky if 10, 12 hours later, they give you about 10 seconds of their time. That's the reality of how this works. Right now, you get to do this from home, guys. That is a luxury. That does not negate the fact, though, guys, that this is an audition. So with that being said, I am going to read you guys some of the feedback that I'm getting. I'm not going to call anybody out right now. I am going to ask you to fix it though. Again, guys, don't forget, first impressions, last impressions. So apparently we've got people that are slouched on couches, slouched on their chairs, laying on their beds. I've got a kid running down the hallway with his dog right now. I have a family meeting. I've got kids wearing sunglasses, beanies, hats, hoodies.
Hey, sunglass children. What's up?
None of this is acceptable.
We're in the house with it.
If the camera turns on, you're right in front of that camera. That is your cue to be in interview position, meaning you're going to stand up, face the camera, smile, look excited. Right now, you're on Zoom, so obviously things have changed a little bit. Here's the thing, though. The second you logged in, the camera's been on. Your audition already started. We're already taking note. What are you wearing? Poison posture. So I am going to kindly ask of you, if you are here to audition today, if you could sit upright in your chairs or in your couch, sit straight, look excited, smile.